ProRealTime version 11 is coming soon. They've been saying for a couple of months. When's it coming? Who knows? But in the meantime, they've given us some insight into the new features that we can expect in version 11. So I'm going to cover that in this video. Let's get straight into it. Hi guys, it's Any, aka the Not Trader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Not Trader on all social media platforms. And if you hit the link in the description section below, you'll get an alert for all my latest. Hi guys, it's Any, aka the Not Trader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Not Trader on all social media platforms. And if you check the description section below, you'll see a link to my mailing list. If you join my mailing list, you get priority access to my free training course I'm creating for beginner traders, and you get weekly emails of all the videos that I make and all the latest videos I make. So let's get straight into it. So, ProRealTime. The latest iteration is coming soon. They've been saying coming soon for quite some time, but we don't know. We haven't been given the exact dates as to when it's coming out. But they've given us a lot of information, to be honest, on some of the features that we can expect from this new version of the platform. Now, as you guys know, I use ProRealTime as my dashboard. It's a trading platform that integrates with IG, so I can use the ProRealTime user interface with all its features and functionalities while still trading through my IG account. But it's just a way more expansive and customizable tool. And as you can see from all my technical analysis report videos, there's a lot of stuff that it can do, and it's really, as I said before, expansive. It's just a great tool for customizing your dashboard to make it do exactly what you want. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here they've given 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 categories of things that they're gonna improve on with version 11. So I'm just gonna scroll through and just kind of talk about it as I see it. This is the first time I'm looking at it properly anyway, so I'm looking at it with you guys for the first time. So platform redesign. They are adding the object toolbar can be displayed or hidden. I think that's pretty cool. So you can hide and display the toolbar. That's a nice feature, so you don't necessarily have to have it there. That'll be a cool feature to have. You got the list scroll bar. Yeah, okay, so you can hide the scroll bar. And so the scroll bar doesn't show unless you hover above it, so it just means that you have more viewable real estate for the actual information rather than the scroll bar taking space, which I think is a good idea. You can now choose between a fixed density to your list, small, medium, large, or define density based on list. Yeah, I think this is good as well, because I have quite a lot of stocks on my watch list, and sometimes I have to delete some just because they won't fit on the bar. So if I can change the density, then I can fit more stocks on my watch list. So I won't have to just delete some just because of there not being enough space. So I think that's a good idea. Quick access from lists. Click on the plus icon in the list to quickly access features such as opening a chart. I think they have this kind of already. Maybe they're just expanding on this. So once you click on the plus sign, you can access a list pretty quickly. I'm sure there's more to it, but I have to see this when they actually implement it. Because right now, I like the one that they have. Drop down menu. The new drop down menu displays in columns to make it easier. I think this is a great idea, because the way drop down menu displays right now is it's a bit awkward. You have to keep scrolling. I just don't like scrolling. If it shows everything, then you can click it a little bit easier. It's just something simple like that, but it really just helps the user experience. And move all windows simultaneously. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. So you can hold control and move everything simultaneously. I never thought of that, but that's a good idea. Sometimes you're trying to move it. Try and move it from your monitor to another screen, and you want to move everything together, and you have to resize everything. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, that's a good idea. Watermark. This I actually asked for this. Maybe this is part of my maybe they've been listening to my suggestion box suggestions, because I actually asked for this watermark because I like to post. I like to screenshot my desktop and post it on Twitter. But I'd love to watermark it so that if someone tries to repost it, then I can have a bit of my Not Trader branding, so people can see where the chart analysis came from. So yeah, this is great. Yeah, maybe hopefully this is something that they saw my suggestion and they added to it. So yeah, watermarking is a good one. And quick configuration mode. A quick configuration bar is now available in several windows. This enables configuration mode, which lets you select a zone of the window to immediately open the configuration option of the related zone. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really understand what that means. I'm just gonna have to wait for the new version to come out, and then I can play with it, and then I can find out for myself. So chart improvements. I'm not going to go through all of these because it's going to take forever, but chart improvements, you got trading toolbar. Yeah, just a bit more information on the trading toolbar. You have to just be careful not to put too much stuff in there because it can get too congested. I like to keep my trading toolbar quite simple because you don't want too much stuff in there. Some people do actually. Let me not speak for other people, but I like to keep it quite simple at the toolbar. But obviously, if you have the option to add more stuff, that's great. But you can scale it back as and when you see fit. Display and hide feature. Yeah, okay. Watermark, yeah, once again. Indicator button. Wait, I skipped quite a few of these. Let me not skip them. Title bar. Time frame and historical data selection. This is good. We already have this though, time frame and historical data. We already have this, so I don't know why they're making it sound like it's a new feature. I don't know what's different about this already, but anyway. Indicator button and other features. Indicator button. So I think the button will allow you to hide and show specific indicators as you see fit, which is good. So you can hide the whatever indicators you have on your chart and then reintroduce them independent of each other. So you won't have to do it. Yeah, you won't have to go into right clicking and selecting the specific indicator. You can access it from the dashboard. Good idea. Once again, all these stuff is mainly user experience things. And why is this in French? They need to change this. Everything's in English and then this is in French. I don't know. Maybe that's just they just forgot to. Oh, I'm gonna have to message them to change that to English. Customized time frame. Oh, that's great. So you can customize your own time frame. I probably won't use these. I like to use the pre-designated time frames, but it's still great to have the option to do that. Charts and indicator display on non-time based chart style. Don't know what that means. Chart style settings. Yeah, this way you get a bit more granular. You can use different type of chart styles. I'll stick to the candlestick, so I'll probably won't even use this feature, but it's great to have, I guess, if for other people. We got indicator labels. Yeah, once again, it's just going into the fact that you can hide specific indicators from the dashboard rather than having to right click on the screen, go to I think it's price settings and then change the indicator like we currently have to do. You can just do it straight from the screen, so which is good. And then color zones, stuff like that. Chart studies. You can now create different chart studies which are independent from each other or the same instrument and time frame. Once again, I'm gonna have to look into these a little bit deeper. I can kind of understand the surface level understanding of what they're asking here, but the way I see this looks like something that already exists in the current ProRealTime, but there must be something they've added to it for them to put it here. So I just need to do a little bit more digging and a little bit more research to find out what they mean by chart studies, because I think this is a feature that's already existing in the current version. Object and drawing improvement. The object toolbar can now be displayed or hidden on all chart windows and in the main ProRealTime window. This will allow you to access drawing tools and objects more quickly. To display or hide this drawing toolbar from your chart, this toolbar can be customized to display the tool. If your chart window is smaller than the toolbar, use your mouse wheel to navigate through the toolbar. That's good. So you can open your object chart toolbar within each window rather than having it in the ribbon toolbar like it currently is, which is good because you can it just makes it easier to chart rather than having to go to the ribbon toolbar every time you want to go onto a chart. I think there's a consistent theme here where all of the features that they improve now mainly user experience features, which I understand because that's where they set themselves apart from a lot of these other third-party trading platforms. Their user experience is second to none, I think, in Europe anyway. Object templates. From the object property window, save your current setting under a new name. It becomes an object template. So yeah, okay, so you can create your own personal lines. So you can draw and modify more quickly. Okay, yeah, so yeah, the modification button without using a dedicated modification mode. Yeah, so currently whenever you want to modify a pre-existing lines or charts or anything that's within your so lines that you plotted or shapes that you put or Fibonacci retracements or anything like that, you have to click on a modification mode currently. But now I think there's a shorthand that you can do based on here because you haven't clicked on anything. So this is good because now you won't have to go to the ribbon to click modification mode, then change what you need on the chart. You can go straight into the chart, and I'm guessing there's some sort of shorthand on the keyboard that will allow you to change the mod mode quickly. And new objects that have been added. So okay, so you got Head and Shoulders, Elliott Wave. you guys don't want to hear my opinion on Elliott Wave. Yeah, I think Elliott Wave's nonsense, but that's for another video. Okay, yeah, so just adding a bit more objects that you can use. Transfer to other time frames. This is great. So now, initially, in the current ProRealTime, when you have plotted on some charts, you can keep it to that specific time frame, I think. But now, I think they allow you the object to either be in an inferior time frame or superior time frame or all time frame. So it just even more granularity to how you want your charting to be, because sometimes you'll only be working with a specific time frame, whether it's 4 hours, 1 day, and when you're charting on there, when you go down to a smaller time frame, you don't want to see those lines that you plotted because they'll make things messy, and you want to plot some different lines. So now you get the option to basically pick where the lines that you plotted on a specific time frame show on different time frames for the same chart, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we're on to object configuration. I'm gonna skip this one. I don't have time for this. Instant message. I don't think I'll be using this either. A new instant message feature has been added. Nah, I don't need this. I'm part of enough Discord groups. I don't need another chat room. But it's good to have, I guess. Yeah, share indicators and market screens. So they're trying to create more of a community feel for ProRealTime where you can engage with other users, which is good, I guess. Just trading. Once again, I think they're just going over some of the buttons that they've added to the trading ribbon, so you can stop loss limit, stop bid, ask bid, all that type of stuff. I'm gonna skip over this. Okay, the display of recently executed orders or charts have been improved. Hover over an order to see the details included. This is good because before now you have to hover over it to see the details, and you can click on it to get further information on previously executed positions. That's good because it used to get a little bit messy when you used to see your previously executed positions on the chart, and you might see lots of different arrows at the same place, and it just wasn't prettier. The way it looks here, it looks like it allows you to get the more information you want, but you have to click on it so that it doesn't take up too much real estate on the screen, which I agree with. Portfolio window can now display your position groups. Yeah, so you can show. Okay, so this is great. So you can show your positions, and you can group them based on whether they're futures, whether they're stocks, whether they're ETFs. So you can kind of group, if you're in several different positions at one time, you can group them based on their asset class or yeah, asset class, markets, sector. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a good idea. I never thought of that. And you can create custom groups, so you can put them in specific groups based on your own little strategy. So maybe you have specific trades that are swings, and you have specific trades that are long-term holds. You can group them accordingly. And you can keep a trading journal. The trading journal is pretty much just like the notes, really. I kind of use the note sections below, but I think with the difference is that you can timestamp it, which is good because the comment section in ProRealTime right now is good, but you can't timestamp it. So whenever I leave a comment, I have to go back and delete it because it may not be relevant in the time period, in the current time period, but it was relevant maybe a couple of days, couple of weeks ago when I wrote it. So if you can timestamp it, at least you can know when you wrote that comment, so that you can know when it was relevant. You can look back on it, and it shows you a little comment icon as well. Good idea. And you can shortcuts. This is a feature that they already have. I think they're just expanding on it. You can add more shortcuts. The more shortcuts you add, the easier it makes you when you're using the platform. You can just use the shorthands on the keyboard rather than having to click up and down in different places. Yeah, pre-existing feature, probably just something that they've expanded on, which is good. Oh yeah, and now you can add your favorites. So if you have favorite stocks, you can give shorthands to these stocks. And you can okay, so you have a favorite instruments tab, which is ProReal maps. This is good because currently the heat maps I use is for FinViz, and it'll be great to just have it within the ProRealTime platform, so I can get a kind of a view of how a whole sector is doing just by the heat mapping in that day or in that week. And you could even change it based on volume or different. You can use the wheel to heat map. Yeah, so it can heat map based on the volume and changing it, and yeah, so this is a great feature to have. Lots of places have it already, but ProRealTime, I don't think they had it before. So yeah, this is good. I'm gonna scroll past a couple because I don't want this video to be too long. I'll put the link to this in the description section below so that you can view it yourself and go through all these yourself and just take a look at all of the different features. That's it. Historical data mode. Yeah, this is for premium member. I'm not premium member, so not relevant to me. Notification center. So it's just improved on the alerts and trigger systems, instant message. I love the alert systems in the current version, so whatever they're going to improve on it, I'm going to be happy with. I think it just gives you kind of like a bell alert. Notifications are also grouped in dedicated notification windows. Yes, that is awesome. So you get a dedicated notification window, because I have a lot of alerts that I set, and sometimes they'll just trigger 5, 6, 7 alerts, and there'll be lots of just different window tabs popping up, and because there's so many of them, sometimes I'll just X them out of frustration. But if they're all showing in like one window and you just have to scroll, I'm more likely to look at all of them and see which ones I want to look at, rather than just them just popping up as several different windows. Options pricer, I don't trade options. This looks quite complicated and quite cool at the same time, but I don't know, I don't understand it. Pro backtest. So these are for all you coders out there that want to backtest your strategies. once again, this is kind of above my head. I don't really do any of this stuff. Maybe I'll implement it at some point, but as it stands, I don't really use these backtesting tools. Might be something I might try and implement sometime in the future, but right now, as it stands, I'm not really. My understanding of it isn't the greatest, if I'm to be honest. Actually, I understand it. Let me not lie to myself. I understand it, but on a theoretical level, but I haven't really done a deep dive into it enough to implement it in my strategy. But it's obviously something very useful for a lot of people. Backtest optimization. So this goes into a bit more granular stuff. I'm not going to cover this stuff because it's, if I'm just being honest, it's more complicated than I use a tool for. I'm sure I'm just scratching the surface with the way the tool's being used, but all these automations and stuff like that, I don't use and I don't need. But it's great that these features are there, and maybe in the near future I could maybe dabble with it. But as it stands, these are just some of the features they got, and then platform templates. You can change the templates. But yeah, so this is. Let me scroll back to the top first. So I know I've just kind of gone through it and just systematically just gave you my thought process. This is, you can see this, you could probably look at this as a kind of like a reaction video. I've looked at it for the first time, gave my opinions on some of the new features that they introduced. They might add some more before they actually launch. Whenever they launch, who knows? And yeah, I've liked a lot of what I saw, especially some of the key standouts for me have been the notification center. That's a really good idea, and the ProReal map, the heat maps. That means that I don't need to necessarily go and look at external sites for heat mapping now, if I can look at it within the platform that I'm trading with. So those are the two standout ones for me. I'd say the notification center and the heat maps. But yeah, that's me, aka the Not Trader, signing out.